is the Diary of a Lady Band Director podcast.
Raise your hand if you feel like they just don't always respect us the same as like another subject. So they don't kind of have that sense of care about what they do. Oh, they teach music. They could teach any type of music. And you know, as women, they always, at least me personally, always ask, will I do choir? What? It's not even a fact that I can or can't. It's just that assumption that you can sing. I'm like, no, you don't want me to sing. You don't want me to do that.
Relatable. Relatable, because they'd be like, oh, well, you know, your certification says all level music, so you can come in here and take care of band and orchestra and the woodwinds. I'm like, I can get y'all started, but after a while, we're gonna be learning together, because that was not my focus.
So that's a good way to kind of. Someone said the magic word, the dumping ground. Raise your hand if you feel like you have ever had the proverbial dumping ground band class. See, look at this. This is a hot mess. It's a hot mess. And we're all over the coast right now. We're all at different places. So can you overcome the proverbial dumping ground? Like, is there a way around? Like, you got these kids, they here. You can't get rid of them. It's just you and them for a semester, a quarter, or a year, or God, unfortunately, I don't know. Somebody take the mic.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I've had that situation, but I think I was gonna say too, if you got to build relationships, like you got to get the counselors on your side for one, and then I would hate to be in the situation you guys have been in or in, because I haven't had that experience. It was always like, if I saw, like they were dumping kids, I was like, hey, they can't be in this class. They don't even play an instrument. We got LGP coming up, or we got UIL. They don't belong in here. And so, it was like people would do something about it. But I just talked to them and try, because I know y'all were saying about admin doing it on purpose. And just like Lauren was saying, I think they just do stuff and never think about, well, how is this going to affect your program? And so you have to be very vocal and say, excuse me, if you want us to do this, I need my class like this. I need this to happen. I need the time to work with my students. I don't have time to be running around with JJ because he don't want to be here anyway. He's causing problems. So when I had situations like that, I would just go talk to, the counselor. It was like the counselor had more power than the administration. Because they like, all right, Miss Davis, we'll find somewhere for it to put him. Like, yeah, thanks, because it's not working out, and it's hurting what you're trying to do in class. And I think too, if they value, you got to get them to value what you're there to do. You got to get them to value your program, because if they do, then they'll be like, oh, well, it was more willingness to get things done the way that I needed them to be for my class. And then two, I think in the situations I've been, I was the only band director, I was the only band director. We did have chorus at one school. And so there were no other places or other teachers to give another class. So yeah, I had to end up teaching a music appreciation class, but I was blessed because from the beginning, I got those kids to understand, okay, you need this credit. You have to have an art credit. And this is what we're going to do for the year. So they didn't really buck the system, but I just had to let them know, hey, I'm going to teach you about, things about music, because music is in everything you do. I said, you won't turn the TV on and not hear music. You won't ride in the car and not hear music. Music is everywhere. And so it's just that important. But I was just going to say, if you just gotta talk to your counselors and in your administration, because sometimes they just don't know. I haven't had the opportunity to have a principal that was a music person, with the exception of one school when I was in Cedar Hill. My principal was in the band, And it was cute because he came by and played the baritone with the kids, and they were like, "Oh, Mr. Inslee can play the baritone." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." But that was like one situation or one instance. All my other principals weren't musically inclined, but I just made sure I got with the counselors. Like, I would take them candy. It didn't have to be Counselors Appreciation Week. I was like, "Hey, ladies, y'all want a Snickers? You know, hey, I got some Capri Suns. Y'all want some Capri Suns?" Or I take one or two kids
my counselors. Here y'all go.
I feel you on that balance of putting a little sweet on it. You know, you got to put a little sweet on it. And you know, yeah, I get that. But then sometimes there are some people's minds you'll never change. You'll never get them on your side. And as a result, I know I personally have had to deal with retaliation in the workplace. So how do we change? How do we overcome the dumping ground? I left the public classroom altogether and just I'm doing it my way.